Title: The 50 billion question Zenith Bank asks before they open one account, and why your business is begging because you do not part one. Stop chasing everybody with BVN. How Zenith Bank hunts customers who are already rich, but still restless. What if I told you Zenith Bank makes more money from the customers they ignore than from the ones they accept? What if the reason your business is shouting please support is because you are selling to people with problems, while Zenith Bank is selling to people with portfolios? You launch a savings app and beg your contacts. A beg download. 3 downloads, all family. Zenith Bank launches Zenith Direct, Z-Money, and SME Roam My Biz, and MDs of companies move their entire payroll in 1 week. No billboard, no jingle, just precision. That is not grace. That is math. And if you are unemployed, underemployed, or tired of selling to people who ask for discount for me, you need this math. Because Zenith does not launch products for the poor. They launch products for the pressured rich. Welcome to part 1 of 3. Let us dissect Zenith Bank as playbook and use it to sell anything in Nigeria, even if your office is your bed. Why receiver one needs money is the worst business plan on earth. Look at Zenith Bank. They have Z-Money, Internet Banking, Zenith Bank Mobile, SME loans, corporate Internet banking, and asset management. Do they market all to all? Never. They ask one brutal question before 1 naira leaves marketing. Who is currently losing sleep because their money is too slow, too trapped, or too small? Not who wants money. Everybody wants money, but who will fire their accountant if money does not move by 9 a.m.? That is a Zenith customer. So they do not sell to youths. They sell to the CFO who must pay to 0 staff by Friday or face a strike. The importer whose container will incur demurrage if transfer delays 10 minutes. The oil servicing company that needs 500 million naira overdraft by 8 a.m. or lose a contract. Those are not users. Those are hostages of urgency. Zenith sells freedom. Compare that to other companies. A new fintech says, we are for everyone. Free transfers. They get 100, 0 downloads and 200 naira in revenue. Zenith says, we are for the man whose one transfer is 200 million naira. They get 100 customers and 2 billion naira in revenue. See the pattern? Zenith does not sell to crowds. They sell to kings with emergencies. If you get that, you just skipped 4 years of business school. Let us break down how Zenith does it. Part 1 gives you the first 4 principles they use to identify and test customers. No theory, all warfare. How Zenith Bank identifies potential customers. The first 4 principles. Principle 1. They follow the money as pain, not the man as sage. Zenith does not segment by millennials or Gen Z. They segment by transaction pain. Example. A manufacturing company in Ota pays 30 staff across 5 banks. Every month end, the accountant stays till midnight doing uploads. When error, salaries bounce. HR gets insulted. Zenith walks in and says, use Zenith Corporate Internet Banking. Upload once. Pay all banks. Get report in 10 minutes. If it fails, we pay the penalty. That accountant does not care about logo. She cares about slooping. She signs. Compare that to other companies. You build a budgeting app and target people aged 25 to 35. You are dead. Zenith targets people who will lose their job if money does not move. That is a market. How you use this? You are a graphic designer. Do not say, I design for SMEs. Find the SME that just lost a client because their proposal looked ugly. That is pain. Message them, your next proposal will look like Zenith Bank's annual report, or you do not pay. You just follow the money as pain. Principle 2. They test with 1 branch before they build 1 system. When Zenith wanted to push SME Grow My Biz, they did not do national TV. They picked 1 branch in Alabama. They walked into 50 shops. They asked, how do you collect money? How do you track sales? What happens when POS fails? They heard, bank transfer is slow to confirm. Customers lie. I lose sales. So Zenith built Z-Money plus real-time alerts plus QR. They tested it with those 50 shops for 60 days. When it worked, they rolled out. Compare that to other companies. You build a marketplace for Africa and launch in 5 countries. 0 users. Zenith launches in 1 street. If the street says yes, they take the country. How you use this? You want to sell meal plans. Do not print 0 flyers. Feed 1 office for 1 week. Ask daily, what made you angry today? Portion, time, taste, fix it. If they renew week 2, you have a product. That is your 1 branch test. Principal free. They sell to the signatory, not the staff. Zenith knows the intern can love them, but the intern does not sign checks. So their relationship managers do not buy lunch for clerks. They buy insight for CFOs. They ask, what keeps you awake at quarter end? What audit issue can we solve? When Zenith launches corporate pay, the pitch is not to the cashier. It is to the finance director. Cut reconciliation from 3 days to 10 minutes. Make your audit clean. Make your board clap for you. Compare that to other companies. You sell software to schools and pitch the IT teacher. He says, wow. Principal says, no budget. You cry. Zenith would have pitched the principal first. Reduce fee leakage by 30%. See report. Principals sign. Teachers comply. How you use this? You are a cleaner. Do not talk to the receptionist. Ask to see the admin manager. Say, your office was fined $50K last month by Eliotma for the surroundings. My team comes 6 a.m. daily. If a law finds you again, I pay it. Deal? You just became Zenith. Principal 4. They use rejection data to build the next product. Every time Zenith says no to a loan, they do not trash the file. They tag it. Rejected. No collateral, but cash flow is 20 million monthly. Rejected. New business. But director has 10 years oil experience. Rejected. Seasonal sales. But December revenue is 10 times. 6 months later, Zenith launches a new loan product. Cash flow lending. Asset-backed for oil directors. Seasonal overdraft. Your no became their next yes. Compare that to other companies. Customer asks for credit. You say, no, and move on. Zenith says, no and builds a product to say, yes, next time. How you use this? You sell shoes. Customer says, I will pay end of month. You say no. Do not stop there. Ask, do you have payslip? Do you have Office 499? If yes, you just invented salary-backed shoe credit. Your rejection is your R&D. Stop here. This is not motivation. It is mapping. If I give you all 8 principles now, you will save this and continue selling to people who clap but do not pay. Part 2 will give you the next 4 Zenith principles, including how they use embarrassment insurance to lock in big companies and why they sometimes give loans to people they know will not pay. Yes, you read that right. We will also expose the 3 deadly mistakes that make other companies look professional but stay penniless, plus lessons you can use this week, even if your only asset is your BVN. Your homework, before Part 2. Do the Zenith Pain Walk. Pick 1 business owner you admire. Buy them pure water. Ask, last month, what money issue made you insult someone? Write it down. That insult is a product. Zenith banks those insults. If this opened your brain, do 2 things. 1. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now, because Part 2 drops this Friday, and I will show you a real Zenith SME proposal with numbers hidden, and how a jobless graduate in Enugu used principle to become a loan broker for Zenith, without being staff. 2. Comment, I bank. Hey dear, and for doing the homework. I am picking 30 people to send my private rejection to product tracker. You do not need a banking hall. You need to hall walk into people's money problems. Stop selling to profiles. Start selling to pressure. Zenith does not chase accounts. They chase accounts that cannot sleep. See you in Part 2. Title of 50 billion questions Zenith Bank asks before they open 1 account and why your business is begging because you do not. Part 2. Zenith's wicked rule. Why they give money to people who do not need it, then make them beg to pay back. Recap from Part 1. We destroyed the lie of sell to everybody. Zenith Bank does not sell to crowds. They sell to crises. They follow the money as pain, not the man as age. They test with one branch before one system. They pitch the signatory, not the staff, and they turn every no into their next loan product. If you did not do the pain walk homework, pause. Part 2 will feel like premium nonsense if you are still building for demographics. Now let us finish the playbook. These next 4 principles are why Zenith Bank owns the payroll of half of Nigeria's private sector, while other banks own hashtags. The final 4 principles. How Zenith Bank tests customers like collateral. Principle 5. They say embarrassment insurance, not interest rates. Look at Zenith's corporate pitch. They never say, our loan is 9%. They say, your LPO expires Friday. If our credit does not hit by Thursday, you lose the contract in your 1,500. We'll ask why. We will fund you by Wednesday. If we fail, we will write your 1,500 ourselves and take the blame. That is not a loan. That is embarrassment insurance. Zenith knows a CFO does not fear interest. He fears the board meeting where he explains why 500 million naira contract went to the competitor. Zenith sells never explain again. Compare that to other companies. You sell insurance and say, we pay claims. Boring. Zenith says, we will take the insult so you do not have to. One sells paper. The other sells pride. How you use this? You are an event planner. Do not say, we plan events. Say, if your in-law complains about food, decoration, or timing, I will stand up and collect the insult. You will just smile. You just sold Zenith's product. Brides will pay extra for that. Principle 6. They give stupid loans to buy loyalty, then sell smart loans for profit. This is the dirtiest secret. Zenith will sometimes approve a small, risky loan to a company they know might struggle. Why? Because that 1,500 will never forget the day Zenith said, yes, when 10 banks said, no. 6 months later, when that same 1,500 has a 2 billion naira deal, where does he go? Zenith. And this time, Zenith charges properly. The first loan is marketing. The second loan is money. Compare that to other companies. You refuse to help a client because job is too small. Zenith helps with small jobs so they own the big job. One is proud. The other is paid. How you use this? You are a tailor. Big madam comes for one blouse urgent. Others say, I am busy. You sew overnight, charge small. She remembers. Next month she brings aso ebi for 50 people. You just did Zenith a stupid loan. Loss leader, not loser. Principle 7. They turn your staff into their sales team. Look at Zenith Direct and Zenith Mobile. Who pushes it hardest? Not Zenith staff. It is the company, HR, that tells staff, open Zenith salary account. Alert comes before 8 a.m. Loans are instant. Why does HR do this? Because Zenith gave HR salary administration portal. HR's work drops from 3 days to 30 minutes. HR looks good to 1,500. So HR becomes Zenith's marketer. Zenith does not pay HR. They promote HR. Compare that to other companies. You sell accounting software and beg the accountant. Zenith builds software that makes the accountant get promoted. Accountants fight for Zenith in meetings. How you use this? You sell cleaning. Do not pitch the CEO. Pitch the facility manager. Say, use us. We send you before and after photos. You can forward to CEO monthly. You will look efficient. He will sign, then defend you. You just hired Zenith's sales team. Principle 8. They sell boardroom bragging rights, not banking. When Zenith gives a company corporate internet banking, the real product is not transfers. It is the dashboard the CFO shows the board. We reduced payment errors by 90%. We cut fraud to 0. We save 200 man-hours monthly. A CFO uses Zenith's tool to look like a god. So he will never leave Zenith. Leaving means looking stupid. Zenith does not sell software. They sell promotion. Compare that to other companies. You say, our app has 20 features. CEO sleeps. Zenith says, our app will make your board say, how did you do this? CEO wakes up. How you use this? You design websites. Do not say, responsive design. Say, your competitors will ask who built your site. Your investors will screenshot it. You sold bragging rights. That is Zenith's product. The 3 mistakes other companies make and why Zenith Bank's their budget. Mistake 1. They chase new customers instead of nervous customers. Other banks run promos. Open account, win iPhone. Zenith runs ops. If your salary delays one day, we will credit you first and collect from your employer later. New customers are expensive. Nervous customers are loyal. Zenith owns nerves. Lesson. Stop advertising. Start answering. What makes your dream customer nervous at 2A MZM? Solve that. You will never advertise again. Mistake 2. They build products, then look for problems. A fintech builds savings app and begs people to save. Zenith watches companies and sees FX requests take 5 days and everyone lies. Result. Zenith SFX portal with tracking. One group invents, the other intervenes. Lesson. Do not ask, what can I build? Ask, what lie are people telling to cover pain? Build the truth. Zenith does. Mistake 3. They fear to fire customers. Other banks keep bad accounts because volume. Zenith will close your account if you stress them and bring small money. Why? Because one high-maintenance, low-value client eats the time of 5 high-value, low-maintenance clients. Zenith fires to focus. Lesson. Not all money is good money. If a customer costs you peace, sleep, or staff, fire them. Zenith does. You should too. Lessons learned you can use before next payday. 1. Embarrassment is more expensive than interest. Sell relief from shame. Price it high. 2. A small yes today buys a big yes tomorrow. Do not be too proud for small jobs. Zenith is not. 3. Make your customer's staff look good. If the PA, HR, or admin loves you, the boss will keep you. 4. Bragging rights beat features. What will your customer screenshot and send to their group? Build that. 5. Your best R&D is number. Every time you reject someone, ask why they came. That is your next product. Your Zenith challenge. For this week, do the boardroom test. Find one person who manages money for others. HR, treasurer, class rep, church welfare. Ask, what money issue makes you look bad to your OGA? Write it. Then ask, if I solved it and your OGA praised you, would you pay 10K monthly? If yes, you just found a Zenith customer. Build the ugly version this week. No code, no logo, just solution. Before you go, part 3 is the vault key. I will give you Zenith as a hostage script for turning one payroll into 20 referrals, the 2000 Naira urgency test you can run with no office, and how a woman in Kaduna used Principle 6 to become Zenith's #1 SME agent without being staff. Subscribe to my YouTube channel now, because part 3 drops Sunday night, and I will show you a real Zenith corporate proposal, 50 years blurred, plus a free pain-to-payroll template, only for subscribers. Comment, I sell TPP at Earl Firkthfer if you are doing the challenge. I am going live next week to review 5 embarrassment products from the comments. You do not need a banking license. You need to license people's panic. Zenith does not open accounts. They open arteries. The money is bleeding. We'll bank it. See you in part 3. Title, 50 billion. Questions Zenith Bank asks before they open one account and why your business is begging because you do not. Part 3. How to make CEOs sign before you speak. Zenith's boardroom hostage war plan for broke beginners. The hook girl in Abuja has 0 Zenith branch, 0 marketing budget, 0 connection to the 1,500. But 5 logistics companies pay her 100K monthly to guarantee their transfers never fail. She does not own a server. She owns a phone number. She does not have a banking license. She has Zenith Adelius rule. If your business dies when money stops, I become your life support. For a fee. This is part 3. The final move. Today we turn everything from part 1 and 2 into contracts, cash, and control. Even if your only capital is your voice and your WhatsApp. If you are done being an option, this is your operating manual. The final 4 principles. How Zenith tests customers like billionaire loans. Principle 5. They sell embarrassment insurance, not interest rates. Zenith knows CEOs do not fear 21% interest. They fear 21 seconds of silence when the board asks, "Why did salaries delay?" So when Zenith pitches corporate internet banking, they do not say our platform is fast. They say, last December, First Bank and UBA had downtime. Salaries bounced. HR got cursed out. With Zenith, you get a dedicated relationship manager. If transfer fails, we call you before your staff does. If we do not, we pay the overtime fine. That is not banking. That is reputation insurance. CEOs buy that. Compare that to other companies. You sell insurance and say, we cover fire. Zenith sells, we cover your face. One is paperwork, one is power. How you use this? You are a social media manager. Do not say, I post 3 times a week. Say, if I miss a post and you lose a client, I pay you $20K. If I am on time, your competitors will ask, who handles your page? You just sold Zenith-style embarrassment insurance. Principle 6. They lend to people who can embarrass them back. This is the crazy one. Zenith sometimes gives overdrafts to companies they know are risky. Why? Because the CEO of that company sits on boards. He golfs with regulators. He knows senators. If Zenith says no, he tells 10 other CEOs, Zenith is not for big men. So Zenith says yes, but with control. They take the company's receivables. They monitor the account hourly. They become the company as shadows, CFO. They lose small on interest. They win big on influence. Sets CEO moves his next 10 billion Naira IPO to Zenith. Compare that to other companies. You refuse to serve a rude customer because he is stress. Zenith serves the rude billionaire because his stress is their street credibility. How you use this? You bake cakes. A wahala. Client wants credit. Do not say no. Say yes. But pay 80% now. I will deliver. You pay 20% after your event. If you do not, I will post your invoice and tag you. She pays. Why? Because her reputation is bigger than your cake. Use her fear. That is Zenith. Principle 7. They turn bank charges into boss charges. SMEs hate bank charges. Zenith knows. So they rebranded. They do not say 50 transfer fee. They say executive confirmation fee. They do not say names 100 SMS alert. They say boardroom alert service. Same money, different story. The CFO tells the 1,500. It is for real-time boardroom alerts. 1,500 approves. If it was SMS, 1,500 would cancel. Zenith sells ego, not expense. Compare that to other companies. You charge 2K for delivery. Customer begs. Zenith would charge 2K for priority handling, and customers pay without begging. How you use this? You do home cleaning. Do not say transport 3K. Say early bird slot 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Guarantees your office is clean before staff resume. 3K. Managers pay. Transport gets negotiated. Priority does not. Principle 8. May make you build their product for them. Zenith's best product ideas come from angry customers. A big importer screams, Form is delaying. My goods are stuck. I am losing 2 million Naira daily. Zenith does not say, sorry. Say, give us 90 days. We will build a desk just for Form you test it. If it works, you pay retainer. The importer becomes co-founder. He tells Zenith what to build. Pays for it. Then he tells 20 importers. Zenith did not do market research. The market did it for them. Compare that to other companies. You ask customers what you want. They say, I do not know. Zenith waits for them to scream, then sells the solution. How you use this? You sell software. Do not build features. Find one angry customer. Say, tell me your top 3 daily frustrations. I will build to solve one. You use free for 90 days. If it works, you pay and refer to people. You just got Zenith's R&D for free. The 3 mistakes other companies make and why Zenith eats their profit. Mistake 1. That worship. Accounts opened instead of accounts that sweat. Other banks celebrate 1 million new accounts. Zenith celebrates 1,000 accounts that move 100 million Naira monthly. 1 million students with 0 naira is a liability. 100 companies with payroll is an asset. Lesson. Count money moved, not mouths opened. Zenith calls it quality of deposits. Your version. Quality of customers. Mistake. 2. They scale branches before they scale. Trust new bank opens 20 branches in year 1. Zenith opens 1 branch and 200 relationships. Branches cost NEPA, rent, and staff. Relationships cost calls, lunch, and listening. Lesson. Before you rent shop, rent attention. Zenith's best branches are WhatsApp groups of CFOs. Build that first. Mistake 3. They feared to say, we are expensive, because we are excellent. Other banks say, we are cheaper. Zenith says, we are safer. We are faster. We are awake when others sleep. Yes, we are not cheapest. Companies paying salaries do not want cheap. They want certain. Lesson. Stop competing on price. Compete on peace of mind. Zenith monetizes sleep. You should too. Lessons learned you can use before next Monday. 1. Rich people have richer problems. Find the problem that costs them sleep, not the one that costs them spare change. Your best product is a promise backed by penalty. If I fail, I pay. Zenith does it. You should. 2. It builds trust faster than logo. 3. Use your rejections as research. Every note tells you what to build next. Zenith files them. 5 years. 4. Make your customer your co-founder. Let them scream, then sell the silence. 5. If leaving you is easy, you are not a business. Fill the boardroom alert or early bird slot. Make exit expensive. Your 7-day Zenith closing challenged. Day 1. List 3 people whose business would cough if money delayed 1 hour. Day 2. Meet 1. Do not pitch. Ask, what money problem made you shout last month? Day 3. Design a guarantee around that shout. If X fails, I pay Y. Day 4. Offer it to them. Prepay only. No try me. Day 5. If they say yes, deliver like your name is Zenith. If they say no, ask, what would make it yes? Day 6. Ask for referral. Who else loses sleep like you? Day 7. Count. When prepaid contract beats 100 likes. You are now a Zenith branch. Do this, and you are not unemployed. You are a relationship manager. Your street is your territory. This is the end of the training and the start of your territory. You now know how Zenith thinks. You know why they love pressure more than population. You know why they ensure embarrassment, not just accounts. You know why they make customers build products for them. The only thing left is you. So here is my promise. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now because this week I am dropping the full video masterclass. You will see. 1. Me breaking down a real Zenith corporate proposal so you can copy the language. 2. The Abuja girl showing how she closed 5 logistics companies with just airtime. A free download, the boardroom hostage agreement template, only for subscribers. Comment, I bank, pressure, if you are taking the challenge. I am going live Sunday to review 5 guarantee offers from the comments, and I will sharpen them live. You do not need a banking hall. You need to hallmark people's urgency. Zenith does not open accounts. They open arteries. The market is bleeding time. Go bank it.